Hi guys, Alice Taylor down at Living Golf Academy, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Callaway Epic Forged Iron. Right then, so Epic Forged, this is ram-packed, full of technology, the highest quality materials going into here. Let's have a little close-up look at the head and see if you're in the market for what Callaway is saying that this should be producing. So we've got the 360 cup face technology in here, we've got tungsten weights, we've got really lightweight steel fibre in there. So this is really about being ultra forgiving, very high level performance, but there's going to be a price tag to go along with that. I'm going to be testing the 7-iron today, and this is actually 27 degrees. That's right, 27 degrees for a 7-iron, but it looks great. Let's see how it performs. Right then guys, as ever, we're going to hit Titleist Pro V1 X balls on normalised mode on TrackMan. So, Callaway Epic Iron. It's an interesting one for me because it's definitely in that price bracket that all the manufacturers seem to think is now going to be a part of the marketplace, maybe a £200 plus iron. So really top quality materials in here, and this is all about maximizing kind of distance on these shots. So this has got a 7 on the bottom, but 27 degrees. And actually when you look at the specs as you run through, traditionally, and I know a lot of sets now aren't very traditional on lofts, but you would expect around that 4-degree gap between irons. But as you go into the longer irons, you only see a 3-degree gap. And 4-iron in this is as straight face as they go, but it's 18 degrees. So as good as this might perform, I can't see too many guys putting 4 or 5-iron even in the bag. So this is definitely going to be a set of irons that I think I'm expecting this to go a long way with 27 degrees, but definitely going to be sort of maybe a 6-iron down, maybe with 4, maybe even 5 wedges in the bag for guys. But this is about, let's see how Epic Forged Iron performs. So Callaway saying, optimizing distance and control. Certainly expecting this, like I said, to go a long way, but let's hit some shots. Certainly when you put it down behind the golf ball, just doesn't look like a 7-iron, looks more like a 5-iron to me. So, off we go. And it really jumps off the club face. And certainly performance-wise, long. I mean, absolutely what I would expect. Nearly 195 though, carry with 7-iron. Okay. Now that was a little bit thin. So it'll be interesting to see on a little bit of a miss hit, what, if anything, the drop-off is. So 10-yard drop-off with a little bit of a miss hit. Now certainly not expecting this to be aimed at somebody maybe with my swing speed. Now the little challenge is going to be, obviously the speed I've got is going to help me get the ball in the air. So after we've hit a few more shots, we'll look at the average and we'll look at kind of optimizer and just see, even though this is very strong, how do I launch it? I mean, those first couple of shots, the ball flight looks a little bit on the low side. Okay, maybe just picked that one a little bit more. Only 180. Certainly for me, everything about the design of this screams forgiving. I'll be honest, those last couple, I haven't quite got them. I've probably been a little bit more drop-off than I would kind of expect. It definitely feels different. Definitely with the materials in the head. I mean, for me personally, I always prefer something that maybe feels a little bit softer. I mean, that's massive, 197. So let's just go 2 or 3 more, and let's see if I really kind of have a go at one. Can we get it over 200 yards? So again, nice solid strike. Pretty much the shape I would expect, maybe a little bit more shape. So 197 again, let's just go one more. And I don't dislike the look. I think, you know, the top line's decent. I think the biggest challenge for me, like I said, for a lot of guys, even depending how well this performs as 7-iron, I can see a lot of guys struggling in fittings just because of the lack of loft. I think it will go a long way, as we're seeing, but for the guy who maybe doesn't get the ball in the air, obviously the idea of fitting is then getting the right shafts and things in there for them, but I can see maybe this not ticking as many boxes as people might think. But yeah, I mean, if you want a 7-iron that hits the ball absolutely miles, this is definitely going to tick the boxes for you. So again, just under 200 yards. So let's have a look at Optimizer, and let's have a look, even with those couple of thin ones in there, let's see, compared to what I should be producing with 7-iron, let's see just how kind of souped up this is. Right guys, so we can see there, pretty much what we would normally see, maybe a little bit on the shallow side for me with my swing. But when we look at this, ball speed's very, very quick, which you would expect from a very strong lofted 7-iron. The launch angle, though, is still absolutely optimum for what I'm looking to do. Backspin's very, very low at 4,000, and height of shot overall was pretty decent at 103 feet. Right then, guys, so Callaway forged Epic Iron. Kind of did what you'd expect. You know, 27 degrees, almost getting towards kind of 5-iron loft, maybe not quite 5-iron in modern clubs, but hits the ball that kind of distance, kind of spins the ball round about that, but it's just got a 7 on the bottom. Now, for the guy who, certainly with that price point, that price isn't an issue, and that wants to feel that they really hit 7-iron a long way, and then obviously accordingly 8-9 wedge, this is going to be a great set of clubs for you. I think it's going to be a very, very small part of the market, but there are going to be guys out there that this is suitable for, and if that kind of is your remit for what you're looking for clubs, that you don't really care about having a 4 and 5-iron in the bag, because most guys will really, really struggle at 18 and 21 degrees loft. But if you're a kind of 6-iron down man, and you don't mind carrying 4, maybe even 5 wedges, these are definitely going to be a set of irons that will interest you, and it'll be worth you getting along, getting fitted, and seeing how they perform. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you've enjoyed today's video, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Make sure you get my videos as soon as they drop. Follow me on all the other social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.